vontade, mas não me encara. Você já tá querendo e eu também, mas é cheio de história de porém. Virou covarde, tô com vontade, mas você tá demorando uma eternidade. Se você não vem, eu vou botar pressão. Não vou te esperar, tô cheia de opção. Eu não sou mulher de aturar sermão. Me encara, se prepara que eu vou jogar bem na sua cara. Jogar bem na sua cara. Bem na sua cara. Eu vou rebolar bem na sua cara. Bem na sua cara. Hoje eu vou jogar bem na sua cara. Você prepara, mas não dispara. Bem na sua cara. Você repara, mas não me encara. Bem na sua cara, se acha cara, mas não me para. Bem na sua cara, se acha cara, mas não me para. Bem na sua cara. Se você não vem, eu vou botar pressão. Não vou te esperar, tô cheia de opção. Eu não sou mulher de aturar sermão. Me encara, se prepara que eu vou jogar bem na sua cara.
From the Sky News Centre at 6, the Archbishop of Canterbury has praised Tracy Crouch, who's quit as Sports Minister after claiming not enough is being done to stop problem gambling. She's criticised the delay in reducing the maximum bet on gambling machines from £100 to £2. Teams of paedophile hunters are joining forces to try to work with police after concerns about how they operate. The volunteers are often accused of being little more than lawless vigilantes, but sometimes suspects are charged by officers. This man, whose voice we've changed, was trapped by a paedophile hunting group after arranging to meet an underage boy.
I was arrested for sexual grooming of somebody under the age of 16. I felt really terrible about admitting to an offence which I feel that I hadn't actually committed. I wasn't actually talking to a 15-year-old.
British heatwaves have doubled in length in the past 50 years as weather extremes become more common. The Met Office says there's also been a big rise in heavy rainfall and nights when the temperature doesn't drop below 20 degrees. Parents who have suffered the loss of a child will be guaranteed 2 weeks paid leave under new government plans. It'll take effect if their children are under 18 or if they had a stillbirth. 1 in 8 drivers admit they've fallen asleep at the wheel. The AA's urging people to pull over, rest and have a tea or coffee if tired. John Blackwell suffered back injuries when he crashed his car after falling asleep.
All I was concentrating on was getting past the M1 before rush hour and getting home before 9 o'clock really. So I didn't really ask myself, am I actually awake? I just thought, oh, I'll be fine now, I've had an hour, and I just drove straight off, and I'm presuming I just fell straight back asleep within seconds.
And Manchester City's progress to the quarter-finals of the League Cup may have come at a cost. Kevin De Bruyne limped off towards the end of their 2-0 fourth-round win over Fulham. That's the latest. I'm Barry Weir.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Solihull Radio. The time is 5 minutes past 7, and you are listening to Natalie. And hello, Laura.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You are listening to The Breakfast Show, guys, and it is the show that you have a cup of tea with me and Laura to wake you up on this chilly Friday morning.
And I tell you, we've had to put the kettle on this morning.
Oh, we have.
Jeff, if you're listening, it is freezing in here.
And we know you are, Jeff. Hello, good
Morning.
Good morning to you and the girls. Yes, it's freezing in here, Jeff. We need like a portable heater. We feel like we're camping, which is lovely.
We are huddled around our cups of tea, aren't we, with our hands like, ooh.
I was like, do you want a cup of tea? I'm going to have one just to hold it anyway. So are you freezing, or have you got heating in your car, or where are you off to this morning, getting ready for the weekend? It is Friday.
Woohoo.
Happy Friday.
And what an exciting weekend ahead.
Oh, exactly. Bonfire night. This is literally one of my favourite times of the year. I absolutely love this time of year. It's chilly. You get like lovely warm cups of tea, and I just love it.
I'd really like if you could go to a bonfire night where it was
Don't tell me it was warm.
Yeah, like inside and heated. And you could still have the atmosphere and the burgers and the smell of the bonfire and sparklers and, you know, the fireworks.
You're one of those glampers, aren't you?
But just watch it. I'm not, do you know what? I am actually not a glamper. I don't mind it, but
You're just
I
not
would
a camper
rather,
at all.
no, that's very true. But I would rather be absolutely sweltering hot than cold.
Yeah, well, I am. Yeah, I'm also like that. I'm like, I always say I'm like a cat. I love when I'm warm.
It just ruins everything, doesn't it, when you're cold? Ooh.
It does. But bonfire night, yay! It's this weekend.
Yeah. So if you are coming to join us, we're
Yeah.
going to be at Tudor Grange Park for the Solihull Roundtable fireworks tomorrow, aren't we?
We are indeed, with all of the Solihull radio team. So if you want to put the faces to the voices, then yes, come along and see us at Fire. Although seeing the faces, it will be kind of lit up by bonfire, so we don't always look like that. So make sure that you do join us, or let us know where you're going, because there's so much stuff going on in Solihull Centre at the moment and around Solihull. Or give us a call today. You can give us a call on 0121 7040 185 or text 075 64 30 3064. Either let us know what you're up to, ask us some questions, let us know what you want to know about us, and join in with the chat. But first, here you go with Magic and Rude.
Saturday morning, jumped out of bed and put on my best suit. Got in my car and raced like a jet all the way to you. Knocked on your door with heart in my hand to ask you a question, 'cause I know that you're an old-fashioned man. Yeah. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, 'cause I need to know. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Tough luck, my friend, but the answer is no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry you anyway. Marry that girl. Marry you anyway. Marry that girl. Yeah, no matter what you say. Marry that girl. And we'll be a family. Why you gotta be so rude? I hate to do this, you leave no choice. Can't live without her. Love me or hate me, we will be boys. Standing at that altar. Or we will run away to another guy that say you know she's in love with me. She will go anywhere I go. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, 'cause I need to know. You say I'll never get say yes, cause I need to know. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Tough luck, my friend, but no still means no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry you anyway. Marry that girl. Marry you anyway. Marry that girl. No matter what you say. Marry that girl. And we'll be a family. Why you gotta be so rude? Yeah. Oh, why you gotta be so rude? Why you gotta be so rude?
Solihull Radio.
That was Magic and Rude getting you up and going for the weekend. So it was bonfire night this weekend, but that must have mean because we do Mondays and Fridays, we missed Halloween.
I know.
Oh, we could have gone. We could have come in and got dressed up and everything.
Did you go trick or treating?
No, I'm 31. I did not go trick or treating.
Do you think there's a cut-off age for trick or treating?
Is it? What do you mean? Is it just turns into robbing people of their sweets?
Yeah, like, do you think, because there is a thing, isn't there, that there's some really big 14, 15-year-old lads now. Now, if someone rocked up at your door in a mask,
Yeah.
I think, especially if you were somebody that's a little bit vulnerable, it would be quite scary.
Definitely.
But if you've got everybody obviously matures at different ages, and if you've got a 15-year-old lad that really wants to go trick-or-treating, is there an age where you say...
I think 13, 12.
13.
It's because 13 is when you start to kind of be a little bit more, like less childlike, isn't it? So I think 13. I don't know why 13, but 13, unless you're massive.
So 31's out then.
31's way out, yeah. Unfortunately, 31 cuts us out for...
darn it.
Gosh darn it. But that means a lot of things. But how was your Halloween? Did you have any trick-or-treaters?
Well, do you know what? I did go to the shops when I left work on Wednesday, and I bought bags and bags of sweets. Took them home with me, put them in a bowl, very excited. Sat in my room, waiting for the doorbell. Nothing. Not a sausage.
Is it because you don't have a doorbell?
Yeah. It was when I went to work on Thursday morning, I realised I do have a doorbell, but it doesn't work.
Right. Okay.
So, sorry to anyone that might have rang my doorbell or knocked on my door, but I didn't know you were there.
Oh, no.
And now I'm stuck with bowls of sweets.
Bring them in.
I'm blatantly going to eat.
Bring them in. Bring them in. Yeah. I know. I didn't even have one person knock on my door, which is great because I had nothing to give them. So I'm glad that they didn't. But
you know what? You'd have had to have given them money.
Yeah.
You've had no choice.
I've got no money, so I would have had to give them my, I don't know, my watch or something. And then I think that just turns into robbery then, doesn't it? Here's my watch. I think I was just robbed.
Talking of Halloween, did you see the story about the lady that's married a ghost?
No.
Or is going to marry a ghost?
What was this on?
I think it was on This Morning, but it's been all over the news.
Oh, I love This Morning with their little, their little funny bits, I want to say, tongue-in-cheek sometimes.
I mean, I don't think this was tongue-in-cheek for this lady.
No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not tongue-in-cheek for the lady. The lady is marrying the ghost, clearly. But
I don't
for the
know,
This Morning people.
Yeah, obviously Holly's off this week because she normally has the holidays off, doesn't she, half term?
Yeah.
So it's Phil and Rochelle.
Oh.
And I don't know how they did it with a straight face. You could see there were a couple of moments where they probably had to... I couldn't have done it.
But
they
what was
probably
the
had to take
story
a
then?
deep breath and swallow deeply to carry on.
What was the story then? This lady marrying a ghost?
Well, apparently she thinks she's dated 20 ghosts in the past.
Oh, there we are.
So
there we are, Laura. So if, all else fails in the living world, there's...
always the option of the dead. Great.
And you can pretty much imagine what he looks like as well. So looks aren't going to be an issue.
I did read it and I thought, this is going to be me. This is actually going to be me.
Yeah.
And I think she's 30, so she's our age. She's not, massively old.
But how does... does she say that she sees them and no one else does? Is that what she says? Or
Yeah. So I don't understand it entirely, but she's dated these 20 ghosts,
right?
And then she said she wasn't looking for a relationship because
did she find them on Spookter?
Very good, but
did she swipe left? Or right, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, me either. So she dated these 20 ghosts on and off, apparently. And then she said she met this one and she wasn't expecting to meet anybody because she just started a new real relationship.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying that her relationship with the ghost isn't real,
Yeah,
but
how very dare
she
you,
started
Laura.
a relationship with a living human.
Okay.
And apparently she met this spirit
He's
person.
got to be a bit paranoid, hasn't he? The living human, because you don't know
Well,
whether.
I don't think he's around anymore.
But you don't know. But when you're going out with somebody, and you know, if you get a bit jealous over, like they might be seeing that person, they might be seeing them, but you're not seeing them.
Yeah.
You know,
And you'd know nothing about
you
it.
know nothing about it. They could be full on cheating with you while you're sitting watching EastEnders.
So apparently this woman, she said that usually she meets these spirit people, but they stay in one location. So I don't know if she'd been on holiday and met this spirit person.
Okay.
And then she said that she got on the plane and he was still with her. And she thought, he's coming with me, so we have to make a go of this. And apparently they popped into the toilets and joined the Mile High Club.
Oh.
On the journey home,
Oh.
which baffles me.
I don't know why I just find that weird.
And yeah, his name's Ray,
Oh, Ray.
and
Okay.
he proposed when they were on holiday, and that was the first words she heard him say ever.
Hi, I'm Ray.
No, will you marry me? Sorry, I'm not laughing. It's not funny. This
No,
is
it's
someone's
not.
life.
This is
But-
her life.
But I
and it's
just,
important.
I have a newfound respect for Phil and Rochelle.
Yeah.
For how they managed to conduct the interview.
Yeah.
And they did ask him a question. They asked him what attracted him first to this lady.
Okay.
Who.
And what did Ray say? What did Ray say?
He said that they just had a connection. That,
Right.
you know, they just felt the connection. But he had to say it through her.
Of course he did. Of course, Ray's not going to turn up and say, "Hello, Phil and Rochelle. I am Ray."
Exactly. So they had to ask her, who then asked him,
Right.
and then she repeated what he said. So she could have been making it up. Any
she
old
could.
baloney.
Of course she
I
could.
mean, her name's Amethyst, so she's got an interesting name to start with.
Right.
And they asked him about they asked her about his name. So he didn't tell her his name. She named him,
Right.
and she said they came up with a name for him. Her friend Bozak came up with the name.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
anybody that's got a friend called Bozak
Yep.
is, you know,
It's completely
on the right track.
completely normal. Completely
And it
normal.
reminded me because my sister used to have an imaginary friend.
Called Bozak.
No, called Basolb, but it's very close, isn't it? I mean, it could be the same, one of the same.
Basolb.
Bozak, Basolb. So
Oh. Well,
he
if she-
appeared, apparently, one of the only times they've seen him was in a photograph, and he appeared as a ray of light. So they decided to call him Ray.
was
as you do.
Or perhaps it was a ray of light. Full stop.
Yeah.
Not Ray.
No, Ray's there. Ray is very much there.
Ray is
and
there.
engaged to Amethyst.
Did Amethyst look happy?
Very.
Good. Well, there we are then.
So what does it matter?
It's working for some people.
Exactly.
So there we are, note to self. So we do have Faye coming on the show at 7:45. And if you don't know Faye, Faye is our resident relationship guru, all things relationships. We will be asking her about Amethyst and Ray and what she thinks about that. And I'm sure it will be. If Amethyst is happy, why not? Why not? Yeah, let us know about your relationship. So ghost, non-ghost, text us in.
Have you seen now? You can marry all sorts of things. You can marry yourself.
A boat.
You can marry a tree.
Yeah.
A boat.
I've
Is
seen
there
a
anyone
lady
out
marry
there
a
that's
boat.
listening that's married an object or themselves?
It's not a nice way to talk about Adam. You know, I do call him nicer
Oh,
things.
poor Ad.
Or Adam the object. But yeah, let us know if you have any relationship questions. Faye has popped it out on social media, so she does have loads of people asking her all the time different relationship questions. So we have her live on the show at 7:45 this morning. Should we listen to a bit of Meghan Trainor?
Put something on to warm us up.
Oh, here we go with Meghan Trainor and Let You Be Right.
Love me, don't forget you love me. When I break things, make things a little bit uncomfy. Baby, don't hate me. You probably think I'm crazy and it's stupid and foolish the way we've been behaving. So don't keep dragging this on. you be right, let you be right. Oh, 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 oh. Let you be right, let you be right. Oh, 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 let you be right. Ooh. Trust me, I need you to trust me. Cause I say shit I don't mean. Words for me ain't easy. Oh baby, don't hate me. You probably think I'm crazy and it's stupid and foolish the way we've been behaving, yeah. So don't keep dragging this on and on when you know that you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. We can make up if you just kiss me at the next traffic light. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. Oh, 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 oh. Let you be right, let you be right. Oh, 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 let you be right. Ooh. Love me, don't forget you love me. Hey, yeah. Love me, don't forget you love me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, hey. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, babe. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. We can make up if you just kiss me at the next traffic light. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right. We can make up if you just kiss me at the next traffic light. I don't wanna fight tonight, I'ma let you be right, let you be right.
Solihull Radio.
I've gotta keep the calm before the storm. I don't want less, I don't want more. Must bar the windows and the doors to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Yeah, my life is what I'm fighting for. Can't part the sea, can't reach the shore. And my voice becomes the driving force. I won't let this pull me overboard. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder, I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown. So pull me up from down below, 'cause I'm underneath the undertow. Come dry me off and hold me close. I need you now, I need you most. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder, I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. And keep my head above water, above water. Solihull Radio.
Oh, I do like that song. It is Avril Lavigne with Head Above Water. I absolutely love Avril Lavigne and I've always loved her.
She's been off for quite a while, hasn't she? Where's she been?
Yeah, she's been off for a while. Well, the conspiracy. I love a good conspiracy.
You and your conspiracy theories.
If you go onto YouTube, the conspiracy tells you that she was replaced.
Replaced?
Yeah, genuinely, that is the conspiracy theory.
By who?
That she was replaced, like she died a long time ago.
No.
And she was replaced, yeah, honestly.
What, by an identical lookalike?
Yeah, by an identical lookalike, and they've got like what they say is proof, and they're like, look, her mole's in the wrong place, and like her hair's different, and all this type of stuff. They honestly,
I mean, my hair's different from how it was 10 yeyears ago.
Well, you would
but
hope so.
I would like to think that it's not because I've been replaced.
I have eyebrows, which I never had 10 years ago. I have eyebrows, and I don't wear 7 eyelashes, so you can actually see my eyes, which is quite nice, which is lovely.
7 eyelashes.
7.
Brilliant.
Remember?
Isn't it funny when you look back at what you used to do and how you used to dress when you went out?
I used to double up on my eyelashes, like literally
so funny.
double layered eyelashes. Wow.
Did you ever find they were like stuck together?
Yeah, of course. Oh, absolutely. But I never thought to myself, I think I'll stop this. I think I'll give this a rest. Like, you know, it was just the trend, wasn't it? And I've always said this, and I know she will be listening this morning, but everything your mum's ever said is right, isn't it? This is what's so annoying. My mum always used to tell me, lipstick finishes, this is you, mother, by the way, lipstick finishes off your face, eyebrows shape your face, you don't look so pale, put some tan on. Now, you know, it's all the rage, isn't it? It's just all the rage.
Terry's been ahead of the times.
Terry has been ahead of them times.
And I just say a very quick happy birthday to Terry for Wednesday, because it was her birthday, wasn't it?
It was a big one as well. She was 65.
Oh, Terry, 65.
65, yes, exactly. She was 65. Although she's always, you know, I've never really known how old she is. Anyone ever ask me, oh, how old's your mum? Don't know, because anytime you ask her, oh, 24. Yeah. 24.
21 again.
But it gets to the point there. I'm like, no, I actually need to know. Like, I just kind of need to know these things. But, you know, yes, a happy birthday, mother. And everything you've ever told me about beauty is right there.
But your mum is very, very young at heart, isn't she? She came with us on Natalie's hen do this year to Ibiza, of all places. And Tez was up there keeping up with all of us, wasn't she?
She was indeed. And looking at the amount of bottles that were left after in the villa, it was quite concerning that none of us, well, Emma, my cousin, never drank about 75 beers a day, pretty much on average. I
mean, I'm just really glad that we were only there for a relatively short period of time. I mean, who does this? So this is quite a holiday thing, isn't it? And probably especially if you're on a hen do or a stag do. But we got up in the morning and instead of somebody saying, put the kettle on, everyone was like, should I have a glass of Prosecco? Yeah. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, but who cares?
But do you remember that was our excuse because we had an issue with the hot water, didn't we? We had an issue with the hot water in this Ibethan villa. And we went and we thought, yeah, it's going to be really warm. It's going to be, it's going to be amazing. Let's go to Ibiza. It's going to be boiling. It wasn't. It was quite chilly for one of the days.
And raining.
And raining on one of the days. So we're like, oh, well, rather than putting a cup of tea on, should we start having a few beverages? And yeah, literally 9:30 in the morning. I think that translates to a problem when you're at home.
My mum did text me in the morning after our show on here and she said, you two just sound like a pair of alcoholics, because it is, we talk about it a lot,
but I'm not going to be fussed about it now.
Because what day is it?
It is the 2nd of November, so that means it's day 2 of drinking, Natalie, whereas I've been doing Stoptober for the whole of October. I managed it. I got to my 31 days and I'm never doing it again.
Well, at least you've learnt that.
Exactly.
Did you have a drink yesterday?
I had a glass of wine last night. Yes, I did. And
how was it?
It was good. I felt
was it as you expected, as you remembered?
Everything I ever dreamed. I felt a bit woohoo after a glass of wine. So I'm going to a wedding today, so I've really got to pace myself. Yeah, exactly. I'll be a very cheap day at the wedding today, but I can't wait either. Can't wait.
Yeah, take it easy, because don't forget we are at Solihull Fireworks and Bonfire tomorrow at Tudor Grange with Solihull Round Table.
We are. I can't wait for that. so I don't want to be feeling too not very well, let's say,
No.
too not very
So
well.
do let us know if you're going to join us over at the park tomorrow. Gates open, I believe, at 4:30. The bonfires at 6:30 and the fireworks at 7:30.
Great, that'd be brilliant. Quite a great time though to start it as well for kids. So if you think about taking the kids nice and early, so you can get them back into bed at a good time as well. Let us know what you guys want to hear today. We have loads of music coming up for you, loads of modern stuff, also some oldies as well in there as well. But give us a text and let us know what you want to hear, because we want to play what you would like as well. If you'd like to text us, it's 07564 303064, and in just 15 minutes time we will be having the fantastic Faye Murray ring in with all things relationships. Here we go with Natasha Bedingfield and Unwritten.
Undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Yeah. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. No. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. Solihull Radio.
Held down heavy now, living in the same town, trying to find something new. Broken picture frame, I've been frozen in, trying to find a better view. This ain't me, this ain't cool, this ain't what I signed up to. This ain't right, it's no good, no good, no true. This ain't what I signed up to. This ain't right. It's no good, no good. Oh, everything is changing. I've been here for too long, going through the same things. I've been hurt, got to move on. Say I can't do this anymore. Everything is changing, and I know, yeah, got to let go, 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 go. Got to let go, go, go. I've been here for too long. 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 I've been here for too. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. I've been here for too long, going through the same things. I've been hurt, got to move on. Said I can't do this anymore. Everything is changing, and I know.
What it is.
Solihull Radio.
Don't ask you what is, Laura? What are you chatting about over there? She didn't realise the
Oh, you
microphone.
caught me
Oh,
there.
you caught her. You caught her, you did. That was Paloma Faith. That's what she was saying. Don't ask me what this song is. Who is that person? You should know who that person is because we have actually met her, haven't we, Laura?
Haven't we? Now I know who it was.
Yeah, and the reason why we've met her is because we went to this strange party. We hostessed a party, didn't we? And we hosted.
Well, that was how it was advertised.
Yeah.
Well,
don't make it sound
I
weird.
was just going to say, best explain quick because that's going to sound very weird.
No, it was a hostessing job where basically you had to welcome in guests and welcome them to the party on the night time. But it was all kind of like very low key and we didn't get told much information, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we went along to it. Laura drove, bless her.
Yeah, because it wasn't exactly local, was it?
It was Manchester, but it was good pay and everything.
Yeah.
So we thought, no, we'll get in the car.
And it was only a few hours, wasn't
Just
it?
a couple
It
of hours.
It was good money.
We thought, let's
for a
do
few
this.
hours.
We don't know what it is. We just knew it was a party that we had to hostess, and that was it. We turned
And
up.
it's very much, isn't it? Like, go and stand there, girls. Stand
Yeah.
along the welcome line in your
Welcome,
dresses.
everyone.
Give out the welcome champagne.
Yeah.
And then you're done. You can go home.
That's
That's how
it.
usually these events work.
Yeah. And then we went along, and it basically turned out to be a party for David Beckham, didn't it? It was
Yeah.
David Beckham's party.
Well,
for...
he'd done the charity football match, I believe, hadn't he, for Children in Need or
They had,
one of
yeah.
the big charities.
Yeah.
And this was the after party.
after party. So milling around were quite a few famous faces.
Yeah, like big fame. We're not talking
Yeah.
Towie and
No.
Made in Chelsea, are we? We're talking proper famous.
We are talking like there was Paloma Faith was there. We had the Spice Girls were there, weren't they? Emma Bunton was there.
Emma Bunton,
Emma
yeah.
Bunton,
Gino
obviously-
D'Acampo.
Gino D'Acampo was there. A little Gina
Beckhams.
Fruity.
The Beckhams were obviously there.
The
Peter
Beckhams were there.
Crouch.
Peter Crouch, who is
Um,
exceptionally tall. That's all.
Very tall.
All you can think when you look at him is tall,
Yeah.
tall. I don't think his wife. I don't think she was there, was she?
No, I didn't
no.
see his wife.
There was quite a few.
Liv
people.
Tyler.
Yes.
Who else was there? There's that guy that was on The Voice for a little while that's friends with Paloma. Ricky from, is it from Kaiser Chief? Not Kaiser Chief.
Yes, that was it. The guy that was on The Voice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Ricky, I think his
somebody
name.
or other.
Yeah.
Oh, and who's our favourite comedian?
Oh, and Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall, yeah.
Yes, Jack Whitehall was there as well. I actually spoke to Paloma Faith. I was like, "Oh, hey, like, how are you?" 'Cause she was just standing
I
next to
remember
me.
because
Do
I
you
remember thinking, please don't speak to her, please don't speak to her. Because it was quite funny, wasn't it? Like they said to us that you're going to be working and giving out the drinks, and then
Yeah.
when we arrived, they said, "Actually, girls, you don't need to do anything.
It's more about filling
it's
out the
just
numbers."
That it's a very male heavy guest list. So we wanted to hire some girls to just come and enjoy the party and basically pad out the female numbers.
That does sound weird.
I mean, it wasn't weird. To anyone that's listening, it wasn't weird. It was
weird,
literally
actually.
a party.
No.
And they said, just enjoy yourselves,
Yeah.
have a couple of drinks. It's a free bar. So
Yeah.
remember, you're working, don't go mad, but,
Yeah.
you can use the
And
bar.
also remember, Laura was driving.
And I was driving, yeah, so I couldn't take advantage of the free bar, unfortunately.
Whereas I did, and then slept all the way home.
Thanks, Nat.
But yes, I was standing next to her, and she kind of like, she was just there. She's like, hi, and I was like, oh hi, how are you? I said, oh, I saw you at Glastonbury, and she went, oh right, were you in the VIP? I was like, no, I was in the bit with the million other people staring at you on
pit.
stage. I meant I saw her on the stage where she thought I met her at Glastonbury. She was like, oh yeah, of course, like we met in the VIP, and I was like, yeah, that's where we met. No,
It's
I
quite
watched you
funny,
on
isn't it?
stage.
Because when we were there, I think everybody expected us to be somebody important.
Yes.
Because the room was full of important people and full of celebrities, and everywhere you looked there was a face, and even if you didn't know the name, you're like, I recognise them, where are they from? So people just expected that we were somebody important or a little bit celebrity, or you know.
We were actually, because technically, out of all of those famous people in that room, we were the only people that were paid to be there.
That's very true.
Everyone else wasn't being paid, were they? So
That's very true.
there you are, the
We were
VIPs.
the most important people there.
yeah, it was quite cool actually, because everyone was just having a good time as well. It was a really lovely party. It was a really
was a
nice
good
atmosphere,
night.
and because everyone had come off the back of something charitable as well, it was a really good vibe,
Yeah,
wasn't
spirits were high, weren't they? And
it? Exactly.
do you know what? I've always questioned a little bit. This is going to make me sound awful, but why David is with Victoria? Because
Why?
she's so grumpy. Like in the press,
No.
she's so miserable, and she never cracks a smile.
I think
And
that's what
he's
she's
the
trying
very-
to change her at the moment, that she's showing that she
is a little bit
got
more,
a really good
but
sense of humour.
we're talking, how long ago was this? 4, 5, 6 years ago we did this job. And David is the complete opposite. He's in the media, he's always beaming, he's always cracking a joke, and they just seem like a complete mismatch. But that night I just thought, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
She's tiny.
Yeah.
Like, as in, I thought she was quite tall. She always
No.
photographs like
Everybody does. Do you never think that? Everyone always looks taller than they are. Even David Beckham is probably, what, 5...
disappointingly small.
Well, no, he's probably 5'10", which is a good
Disappointingly
height
small.
for a man.
Yeah,
but
no, it
equally,
was.
it's like, it's not as tall as you expect, type
Yeah,
thing, is
exactly. But I just saw her. She was
She's
laughing.
gorgeous.
She was smiling. She was having a joke, and I just thought, "You're beautiful," and now I get it.
it? Yeah, and she looks so much softer in real life as well,
absolutely.
doesn't she? Yeah.
Because I think she was happy,
Yeah.
and she was showing she was happy.
Enjoying
So,
herself.
Victoria, if you're listening, crack us a smile a bit more often, love.
Yeah, I think she's trying to get that across with the Vogue thing that she's just done.
Yeah.
Where she was like
Having
kind
a bit
of
of a laugh
taking
at
the mick out of
herself.
herself a
Yeah.
little bit. I think she's trying to get that across, and yeah, when I saw her, I was like, wow, she's absolutely immaculate for one, and beautiful as well. So gorgeous.
Do you know what? I've been told quite a few times recently, and you're probably going to go, what? Because I go, what? But I've had probably 3 or 4 people in the last 18 months tell me I look like Paloma Faith. Now, I'll take it. Paloma Faith is lovely. I will,
Really?
absolutely, yeah.
But you know why I went really? Because I can't picture what she looks like straight in my head. I'm going to Google it.
have to
I know
Google her.
what she looks like, of course, but I can't picture her face because
Yeah.
she's always got the different wigs on, and she's always very like glamorous on stage, isn't she? And so I can't. It's like Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
it's like
she's very
actually
out
seeing
there,
what she
isn't
looks
she?
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's a good one.
If
though.
all
She's-
else fails, as
Paloma
an
Faith.
ABBA tribute, I could get work as a Paloma Faith lookalike.
Everybody's changing. There you go.
And you can do the voice.
And I could do the voice.
I'll just mime.
Yeah, well, God knows what that is. Right, the time is 7:46. We're going to play a song by Muse, and then straight after that, we have the fantastic Faye Murray live, talking all things relationships here on Solihull Radio.
Radio silence.
It's not actually. It's Muse and Invincible. Right, Muse has gone weird, so we're going to change it to the... That was Muse.
Oh, Muse is having a Friday.
Muse is having a Friday. We're going to go to Natasha Bedingfield with Unwritten.
We've just played this, mate. You are having a mare.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. And because the true professional I am, always got to back up. Here is Drake with In My Feelings.
Trap, money, penny. Got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it. Yep. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. KB, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. Look, the new me is really still the real me. I swear you gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices, they running out of options. Cause I've been going off and they don't know when to stop. And when you get the I see that you've been learning. And when I take you shopping, you spend it like you earned it. And when you popped off on your ex, he deserved it. I thought you would've won from the jump, that confirmed it. Trap money, Benny. I buy you champagne, but you love some Henny. From the block like you Jenny. I know you special, girl, cause I know too many. Risha, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. JT, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always.
We kissing in a wave, kissing in a wave, kissing in a wave. I need that black card in the code to the safe, code to the safe, code to the safe. I show 'em how to network. Netflix and chill. What's your net worth?
Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always. And I'm down for you always. And I'm down for you, down for you, down for you always. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. KB, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I'm skate and smoke and rap. Now let me see you bring that, bring that, bring that, back, bring that, bring that, bring that. Now let me see you that she with can't get. Got a shot at I'ma hit it like I can't miss. Now let me see you. Now let me see you. Bring that, now let me see you. Now let me see you. Now let me see you. Bring that, now let me see you. Trap, money, Benny. Got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it. Yep. Now let me see you.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? There you go. I love that song.
We're just doing the little dance.
So you're never gonna leave from the side me. That is In My Feelings with Drake. There we are, and a very, very strange version of Muse. What was that?
And a bit of a repeat of Natasha.
Oh, we love a repeat. We love a repeat. We want to hear what you guys want to hear, though. We want to hear what you would like to hear. So all you got to do is pop us a text and let us know. Oh, yes, we have had a text in and said, did you tell Solihull that I'm 65? I told you I'm 25 in my head. That is my mother.
Oh, Tez. Sorry, Terry.
Sorry, Tez.
I don't know why I'm apologising. It was Nat that said it.
yeah, exactly.
I bigged you up.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. We've always said you're 25. See, I told you. The time is 7:51 and live on air we do have Faye. Hello, Faye.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fabulous. It's also strange not seeing your beautiful faces on a Friday morning.
I know. Faye is ringing in this morning because of half term. It's easy for you to be at home with the little one. So, hey, Faye. She told me also that she's going to be in her dressing gown. Is that right? Are you currently all warm in your dressing gown?
I'm not going to lie. I have actually got changed. I thought it was time. I sorted my life out this morning.
Yeah.
And not still be sitting in my dressing gown at 7:45. So I thought I'm going to dress like I'm seeing you guys.
Well, to be honest, we need dressing gowns in here anyway, so because it's that freezing cold in the studio this morning.
So I made the right call.
So you made the right call anyway. So you have popped out again on Facebook in case you have any fans with any questions that want to hear about it. Can you, what was your first question that you had?
So my first question, which is something we've all been through, I can't lie, Joe from Dudley, I did smile a little bit when I read it, which is a bit mean of me. How do you take the feelings left from a bad date? The guy was so nice on the phone, but on the date it was weird and different.
Oh wow, okay. And that was from Joe from Dudley.
Yeah, Dudley. I tried to do an accent and I'm so sorry, Joe.
So there we are then. So how do you shake the feelings left from a bad date? So if you've had a bad date, how do you get over it and move on?
Oh, I think it can all knock us, can't it, when we have a first date, because we put our expectations so high. We're like, oh, is this the one? Is this the one? And I think the quickest way to shake the feelings, being totally honest, is to see it as a lucky escape.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get on the first date when we're kind of showing us our best selves, just the best way to see it is ticking it off the list.
So she's had a chat to this guy on the phone, and then and he was great, but on the actual date he was weird and different. Right? Okay.
From what I can gather from what we had a couple of text messages backwards and forwards, it sounds very much like a ghosting situation as well.
Oh, talking of ghosts, Faye. I don't know if you had us on earlier.
I don't think you mean ghost by ghost, do you? You don't mean an actual...
We'll come back to ghosting in a minute, because that's another interesting topic, I think.
It is.
But did you have us on earlier? Were you listening about the lady that's...
I was in the shower. What happened?
Rude. No, there was a lady on the other morning, I don't know if you saw her, who is about to marry a ghost. She's just got engaged to a ghost called Ray, who...
Not sure why his name makes any difference. His name is Ray.
His name is Ray.
Yes.
She said they haven't chosen a ring yet because he's very picky.
Oh God.
And they're going to get married.
Perhaps it's because he can't afford one.
They're going to get married in a hand fasting ceremony apparently next year. They got engaged last weekend. So, what do you think about this, Faye?
Just gonna that lady. Am I like losing my brain here? Losing my brain, losing the plot. Wasn't there a lady that got engaged to a pirate ghost, or am I making that up a couple of years ago?
There's another one, is there? And his name is Ray as well. Ray the pirate ghost.
I'm going to look him up, actually. I should see how they're getting on. That could be quite interesting. They could have ghost babies and all sorts by now.
Well, I was just going to say, this lady's called Amethyst, right? She's 30.
Of course she is.
And she said that she's hoping for babies, but she doesn't want to scare him off.
Oh dear.
That's hilarious.
Oh dear. What would you say to her then? Would you say like leave it? I suppose it's not. This is probably a question for a psychologist, not a relationship expert, isn't it? I think. But would
this
you?
Is the sort of things I can't prescribe drugs for the record.
Exactly. Or would you say that as long as she's happy, it's all good?
I think life's just so short. If that's what floats your boat,
yeah. If that's
go for it. Fill your boots.
If that's what floats your boat, Amethyst, then fill the boots. So for Joe, from Dudley, you're saying that just move on, just kind of it's one to tick off the list.
Yeah, because there is some strange people out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to look at it and learn to laugh at it, because I honestly, whenever I've been on bad dates in the past, the thing that got me through it was walking away, getting in my car and be like, whew, glad that thing's over.
Yeah.
So it sounds more like, from the conversation I had, Joe probably had put a lot of expectations on the date.
Right, yes, exactly. So not too many expectations.
Yeah,
I think also as well, do you think that she should give him a second chance? Because the only reason I say that is because he might be being himself on the phone because he feels comfortable in his environment, and then he's just got nervous when he's went, because people can be like funny and over text message, but then when you meet up with them, they might be a bit nervous. So should she give him a chance?
I think on this occasion, only because I've spoken to her over messages and the ghosting. No.
Oh, that's the ghosting. So if anyone doesn't know about ghosting, basically it's just disappearing, not replying to somebody for a long time and then replying to them again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they have to reply.
Oh, they just never
just
reply.
Disappear, don't they?
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, they just go. They're just gone.
Yep.
But there is a name. Do you know what it is, Faye? There is a name.
Ghosting.
No, but there's a name for people that ghost and then come back. I can't remember what it is now, but there's another like
ghosting.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. And it's people that disappear, like you just said, for a long period of time, and then
And
just
hop back.
out the blue, like, hiya!
Appearing, perhaps? I don't know. So
Yeah,
we
so-
also have a question from Darcy, and because I do know it's 7:57, we have a few little ones listening. I'm going to put it in a bit of a nicer way. So when is it okay to have a sleepover at someone's for the first time? When is that okay?
Right. This really depends on what feels right for you. There is no right or wrong answer to that. I'm a bit of a not on a first date kind of rule, personally, because I think you don't really know that person, and I think it can create awkwardness. But it's really what feels right for you. I think, again, it's going in without the emotions. So if you want to go on that level, go in without the emotions.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way I can talk about having a sleepover.
Having a
at 8 o'clock in the
sleepover
morning.
at 8 o'clock in the morning. Exactly. So thank you, Darcy. So yeah. So to you, Darcy, it would just be about when it feels comfortable and happy for you, basically. And if you feel like it, then go for it. And the last one is from Anne in Birmingham. She's put, and this does make me feel a bit sad. She's put, how do I become confident to be able to speak out and go for what I want and being scared of what others think in all areas of my life? Yeah, the only reason it makes me feel sad is that I feel ashamed that some people don't have that confidence. But how do you get it? Is it a fake it till you make it, or do you need to try and get it for real?
Well, see, I've totally felt this, and I know lots of other people, lots and lots and lots of people are walking around that aren't actually confident, that look confident. And I think the best way to learn to be confident in every area is just to start with one.
Yeah.
Start with one area, look and then remember, it's like learning. Whenever I've got to learn something new, I look at it as a challenge. Because I think when we look at it as a challenge, we can be that kind of, the competition comes on in us. So it's starting with the small stuff, like what do you want to be confident in a small area? Because then neurologically, without getting all heavy in the morning, you're building up the facts in your head. Because right now, if you're feeling like you're not confident in all the areas to stand up and be who you truly want to be, start off with something small. It could be something silly, like learning to make a cake that you want to be able to make.
Yeah.
But you're just building up the proof. Like, don't put too much pressure. I think what so many people are doing is just putting so much pressure on themselves. Like, life is meant to be fun. It's meant to be bouncy. Bouncy? Yeah, we'll go with bouncy.
Yeah.
It's
Bouncy and happy.
Yeah, like, and slightly skipping back to Darcy before, you saying about should she give him another chance. What I say is, if you get on really well with someone on the phone, arrange 3 dates, because then you haven't got the pressure. You know that you're seeing that person again.
Yeah.
And that's putting the element of fun back in it.
Yeah.
So it's having fun. I mean, look at the lady you just mentioned about with the ghost. Does she care?
Do you know what? I've just had to look up ghosting, not the lady that's married to the ghost, but it appears like I'm obviously in the dating market
With ghosts.
There's not with ghosts. There's a whole
Is he in here now?
dating language that I wasn't even aware existed.
Go on.
Obviously, we've heard of ghosting. That's quite common now.
Sorry to throw you in there, Faye. Let's test you on your dating language then.
I didn't even know some of this was
Go
a
on
thing.
then. Let's test Faye.
Benching.
Oh, I don't. Benching? Do you know what that is, Faye?
Is that when someone's popping you on a bench?
Yeah, kind of.
Meeting someone on a bench?
So it's somebody
Bench dating?
it's somebody that is not entirely sure whether or not they're interested in you, so they're keeping you on the bench, like ready to bring you back in. Yeah, like subbing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's mean.
So you're on the bench. It could be that they're dating someone else, but they're still kind of interested in you, so they don't want to, ghost you completely.
I think then 95% of people are benching people, aren't they, really? Like when you're
Yeah.
first getting to know somebody.
It says it could be that it's not the right time for them to make a commitment, and they're trying to sort through their personal life, so they put you on the bench.
No.
And that can be recognised by somebody that's throwing up lots of roadblocks in the progression of the relationship. So they keep in touch like semi-regularly, but they're not like throwing themselves out there to make a commitment or make plans or arrangements or get to know you very quickly. So that's benching.
Oh, wow. You learn something new.
Then we've got
Let's not be benched.
no,
Yeah,
we
no, we don't
avoid
want
the
benching.
benching.
Don't like that benching.
And there's another form of this, breadcrumbing. Let's try that again without the stutter.
Breadcrumbing.
Breadcrumbing.
Oh, go on then.
I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what that is.
That's
I'm just
quite
looking
hard
at
to
making
say in a
food.
Birmingham accent. Breadcrumbing.
Breadcrumbing. I think that's why I couldn't get my words
Go on
out.
then. What is breadcrumbing?
So it's a form of benching but it's where your dating prospect throws you just enough attention and vague communication to keep your interest without any attention of actually meeting up with you, or so it's a bit Hansel and Gretel, you know.
So basically, breadcrumbing is just attention seeking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's just a fact of, you know, I really don't know if I'm interested.
It's another word for stringing you along, isn't it? Stringing you along. Yeah.
And then my favourite, the one that we were just discussing, what happens when somebody goes away for a long period of time and then pops back up? Zombieing.
Oh,
so they're back from the dead.
Oh, God.
I love it.
There we are. They're back from the dead. Well, that lady's partner's always zombieing then. Continually zombieing.
Well, yeah.
To find this article.
There we are.
If you pop it into Google, Amethyst marrying a ghost,
you'll find it
all over the place. It's all over the news, so you can read all about her and her relationship with Ray.
It is. Thank you so much, Faye, for coming on the show. As always, Faye is going to be back with us every Friday. And Faye, just remind them of your social media, so if they want to ask you any questions, you can answer those questions live on air. Could you just let everybody know?
Yes, you can find me at Faye Marie Coaching or Heartbreak to Happy, which is my private group. So you can find me on either of those, and I will answer as many questions as I can next week. I'm looking forward to seeing both of you next week.
Perfect. Wrap up warm, that's what we're telling you. Wrap up warm. Thermals and all sorts.
I'm considering not coming now. I might have 3 dressing gowns on.
Thank you so much, Faye. We shall speak to you next week. We're going to go straight to the news, and hopefully it says 8 a.m, but I'm guaranteeing you it won't. Here we go with the news.
The Archbishop of Canterbury is praising a Conservative minister for quitting in protest over failures to tackle gambling addiction. Tracy Crouch has resigned because of delays in introducing tough limits to stakes on fixed odds betting terminals. She claims more money and lives will be lost to gambling. Labour's Tom Watson believes the government's bowed to pressure.
Lo and behold, the gambling industry delay these implementations of state reductions by another 6 months. They'll take another £1 billion of very vulnerable gambling addicts, and the policy is in tatters.
Teams of paedophile hunters say they want to work closer with police. Their concerns the volunteers are little more than lawless vigilantes, but officers do sometimes use evidence they gather to prosecute people. Warm spells are getting longer and cold snaps aren't quite as chilly as they used to be. The Met Office says on average winters in the UK are almost 2 degrees milder than they were in 1990. The right to get paid leave following the loss of a child is going to be extended. It was originally just mums and dads who were going to get 2 weeks off, but the government's now planning to include foster parents, guardians and adopters. 53 people were killed in accidents where a driver fell asleep at the wheel last year. An AA polls found 1 in 8 people admit they've done it. The group also wants more motorway service stations built so people can pull over more frequently. Sleep expert Dr. Katharina Lederl says there are signs when you should take a break.
Yawning, frequent blinking, so your eyelids become heavy, your head becomes heavy, so head nodding. When we're driving, that also can lead to sort of swerving and sort of changing lanes or hitting the rumble strip.
And Grimsby has been named as the unhealthiest town in the UK. These same reports found those living in areas with lots of bookies and off licences die younger than those with plenty of libraries and pharmacies. That's the latest. I'm Barry Weir.
That was the news at 7 o'clock, apparently. It is 8 o'clock, everyone. The time is 5 minutes past 8.
And I think Baz has been telling fibs. Did you hear what he just said?
He said that it's getting milder, apparently, at least 2 degrees.
No way. Baz, are you telling fibs?
So this
Porcupines.
This is a classic example of back in my day when it was harsher. We had nothing to wrap up warm, and even it's proven that it's even for older people. It was harder back in their day. There you go.
Tez, is that you? No, Tez is 24. We know this.
You're treading on thin ice,
thin cold ice,
thin freezing cold ice. So yeah, but it's apparently it was harsher back in the the winter of '06. I don't know what '06, but the winter of '06, 2 degrees colder.
Oh,
there we are. Well, we do have a guest coming live on the show in just a couple of minutes' time, but we're going to play you a bit of Years and Years.
It's like thunder and lightning. You heard me without trying. A temperature is rising. No, I don't like to be this way. And you're Jekyll and hiding. Are you real, are you lying? So stop with your crying. I can't handle it now. You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. There you go, there I said it. Don't look at me all offended. You played games till it ended. I've got to look out for me. I won't say that it's easy. Oh, I know I hate leaving, but you can't keep deceiving. Does it make you feel good? You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. If you're over me, if you're over me. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. How long can a love remain? Time never could heal this pain. I thought I believed in fate. Oh, it's so cruel. No, nothing for us would change. Same story, the same mistake. This heart just had to break. Oh, 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me.
Solihull Radio.
You are listening to Solihull Radio and Laura and Nat on the breakfast show this morning. And we do have live on the phone, and she should be able to hear me, and it is Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You are from the Carers Trust in Solihull. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, we support unpaid carers in the Solihull Borough, and we do that by providing advice and support, social activities like trips and training for carers to help them in their caring role.
Okay. And can you tell us how you personally got into it as well? How you got involved with the Carers Trust?
Yeah, well, I used to be a carer for my grandmother, and so that kind of led me towards this kind of role. But it was kind of straight out of university, actually, that I got into this, because I didn't know about carers. And a lot of it is that unpaid carers don't see themselves as a carer. They just see themselves as like, oh, I'm a wife,
a duty.
You know, I'm a mother. Yeah, so that's part of our role as well, to help raise awareness and, you know, that carers recognise themselves. Okay, perfect. And you've got an event coming up in November. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah, well, on the 30th of November, it's a Friday, it's Carers' Rights Day, and it happens it's annually every year, and it's a national campaign where all carers centres and other organisations get together to raise awareness of carers in the community, and more importantly, to give them information and support. So a lot of carers don't know what support is out there for them, and what benefits and, just advice that they can get.
Yeah.
So,
and whereabouts is the event? So it's on the 30th of November. Whereabouts is it?
We're holding 2 events. One is in Solihull Library at the Community Advice Hub, and we're there from 10 till 12:30. So anyone can come along at those times and get information on a variety of things to do with carers. And at the same time, we're holding one in Chelmsley Wood Library, their Community Advice Hub, from 10 till 12:30, doing exactly the same thing. Anyone can come along, and if they've got any questions or they need support, that's where we will be.
Fantastic. And if they want to know any more information or get in touch with you guys, how do they do that? Do you have a Facebook page or email address? How can they get in touch?
Yeah, sure. Well, our telephone number is 0121 788 1143. Our website is www.carers. Let me get this right. Solihullcarers.org. And our Facebook is Carers Solihull.
Perfect. So it's Solihullcarers.org, and your Facebook is, just remind them again.
Carers Solihull.
Carers Solihull. Absolutely perfect. Well, thank you, Michelle. If you would like to get into touch with Michelle, you have all the details to do so. Remember, they do also have that event coming up on the 30th of November as well. So thank you so much for Michelle for coming on the show this morning. We're going to play 2 more songs, and then unfortunately we have got an early finish here today. We're only on for another 5 minutes. So to finish us off, well, the penultimate, The Greatest Showman.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown a mind. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
This Is Me by The Greatest Showman. I love that song to get you going on the weekend, as it is a Friday. Oh, as I said, guys, it is a shorter show today, and me and Laura are scooting off together because I've got that wedding to get to and Laura's got work to get to.
I mean, I know where I'd rather be.
So yeah, we're scooting off this morning. So it is a short and sharp show. Have you enjoyed today, Laura?
Oh, it's been fab. I love it.
We have had the best time ever, and we have had a text in from Matt saying, loving the tunes this morning, ladies. Thank you, Matt. I'm glad you're enjoying this bit of a sing-along as well. We have an epic one, though, to finish the show, don't we? We have an epic one. Do you know what it is?
You did tell me, but I've forgotten. But it's a good one to start. It's a good one. I know what it is.
There you go. What is it?
Don't Stop Me Now.
Yeah, it's Queen with Don't Stop Me Now. If anything's going to get you going for the weekend, it's got to be this. Here you go.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me 'cause now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me yes, now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey! Don't stop me, don't stop me.